Hello, welcome back to Let's Build the Belated 200 subscriber special now, which is kind of just turning into the 300 subscriber special at this point. I passed that milestone a week or two, I think. But I don't plan on starting over like last time. Today's episode is actually going to be pretty short because there's a huge update coming to Command Modern Operations, and I probably won't update the database. Well, I might update the database. I guess the only things I would have to make sure is that I'd have to re-outfit the ships to match what we've already gotten. But I'm just gonna slide this over here. So basically, there's a new update coming to CMO, the Warplanner update, which, ironically enough, is, well, not ironically, I guess, but conveniently enough, basically applies to this scenario because the whole update is about large operations and making those easier, including multi-domain strikes and all that, which is what I was actually about to do, what I was originally planning to do for this episode, but instead we'll be doing just some minor tweaks. Anyways, so they have an operations planner, a multi-domain strike planner. Both of those will probably be, will definitely be applicable to this scenario. Cargo 2.0, so that's not going to be as applicable to this scenario because this scenario is going to be like 24 hours at best. But area and reference point manager, custom environment zone, more air combat mechanics. So that will change up the air combat a bit. Wartime acceleration, that's not going to be too applicable to us because we'll probably be running this pretty slowly. As powerful as my computer is, it's probably going to struggle a little bit, at least with this operation. The hypervelocity glide vehicles are available now, as are directed EMPs. I don't think either of those used to be exclusive to the commercial version of this. They probably won't be too applicable to this. At best, I would want hypervelocity projectiles, which I don't know if... I can't remember if those reported or not. I guess I can check real quick if I put them on any of the units, which I did make a slight change, by the way. So what I did, just playing around before I started the recording, is I went into the formation editor for the main battle group, and I went and I set relative station bearings for all the ships, because the ships are kind of where I want them at this point anyways. So the idea is that and we can test it out too, so like if they make a course change, all the ships should turn in formation. I did also add another submarine, which I'm actually gonna... Oh, yeah, I suppose that tracks. I did add another submarine. I want to move you in a little bit. These keys can be a pain sometimes. Why is it... Oh, do I have to... Come on, let me move you. For whatever reason, it's not reacting to my keyboard consistently, so... Probably under here. Oh. Do I have to change the... Oh, I guess I had to change the station bearing, or the station, and then adjust them. Either way. Anyways, I added a third submarine just so um, this formation would look pretty instead of just having one on each side. And I think to balance it, I'll probably add another submarine to the Chinese, but they already have it just to maintain like a 2-to-1 advantage for them since these are their home waters. I did also rename the our battle group, so it's now the Enterprise Carrier Battlegroup because I did use the Enterprise, so this we can also rename him be the Enterprise Carrier Battle Enterprise CVBG submarines. Well, there we go. Because I tried to put the submarines in the group and it didn't work. I don't know if it was just being finicky or whatnot, but probably not a bad idea because, yeah, joining multiple groups is. I like that it tells you how to work around it, but I might I might end up doing that. It'd be a bit of a pain, but if I could have submarines in the group as well. Oh, well, you know what? No, I don't want that because obviously coming in, we want the submarines in front. Like this is a good formation, I think, for entering the Taiwan Strait. But since the plan is to turn around, we'll probably want the two submarines to fall back a little bit to kind of cover our rear from any submarines that might approach. So I guess I'll just leave those as it is. Anyways, other updates. Palletized weapons and stores. Oh yeah, because of the Rapid Dragon thing they're doing. Uh, passive radar. Intermittent emissions. Ooh. Oh, you can schedule radar pulses and sensor pulses instead of just having them on off on off. More ground units, which won't be intermittent emissions. Could have some limited use during this scenario. I think we're mostly just going to be. But once the combat starts, everyone's just going to be lit the fuck up. Distinct ground units, that's really cool, but but that's not going to be um, applicable to this scenario. Um, Doctrine ROE settings that could be somewhat applicable if we have if we can set. Uh, this is mostly import output. Reaction times that'll be applicable. Ooh. IR and visual sensor improvements that'll be applicable. Yeah, so they're basically going to be less powerful against stealth. Radar and IR stealth improvements that will be massively applicable for for our F-35s and to a lesser extent our F-18s and Growlers since they're the Block 3s. Formation presets, ooh, that'll be kind of nice. That would have been nice when I started, but I've got my own formation set up now. But we might be able to still use this. Graphical satellite pass display. Okay, that'll be somewhat useful. Weather effects on ship seakeeping. Ooh. Yeah, that'll be maybe not too much applicable too much because we're utilizing mostly large ships at least for the American side. Uh, okay, an aircraft max endurance. All right. So yeah, basically this update is going to be huge, and mostly um, the multi-domain strike planner is going to be the big one here, which they actually have a whole separate article on it. So you have task pools, and you can basically set up multiple strike packages from multiple bases to achieve the same time on target. So this was made for the Chinese side of the scenario, especially. So we'll be waiting for that update before we really dive into mission planning. Um, just because it's so massive and so applicable too. But in the meantime, we'll be doing some smaller tweaks, mostly basically just kind of filling out the some of the metadata for the scenario today. So let's see, where is that setting? There we go. Scenario times and duration. Current date is going to be. Oh, what is my newest unit? Probably the F-35, right? Um, let's see. 2028 for the F-35. 2023 for the Super Hornet. All right, that's also 2023. Um, the Enterprise might actually be one of the later 2027, and then we use the last Virginia submarine, which was what, flight 5? Yeah, 20. Okay, that's 2027. Um, let's see. Do they have Block 3's or the Flight 3 Burks are out now? I'm just curious if they have. I don't think they have the in this database, at least. I don't think they have the DDGX project. Future, no. Okay. Let's just hypothetical. DDG. Yeah, they don't have it. So just based on that, I'm going to tentatively put the scenario date at probably 2030. Seems like a good year. We'll say it's July. Actually, well, they are British developers, so I assume it's going to be year, month, day, like sane people would do, and not Americans like us. Yeah. No. put it for June 12th. Random time. Local time is well, this is going to be time zone 0. So let's just see here. Shanghai would be GMT plus 8. So assuming that's time GMT, right now it's 7. Like while I'm recording this, it's 7:20, and it is 7:20 p.m. and it's 3:20 a.m. So that is 16 hours behind. So if we go, so it would be 8 in the morning if I set it for midnight. So let's just set it for midnight. It'll be early morning. I don't think the time. Oh, the time might have some effect. I'll try this. There we go. So this mission will start on June 12th, 2030 at 8 a.m. local time. Let's set it for 10 a.m. local time. It'll last for 24 hours. It is going to be a very complex and difficult scenario, and it will be set in South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. I think the map color changed ever so slightly. So what else can we get? We have title and description. So this edit HTML. Oh, you can do an HTML briefing. Actually, I don't really. I think this is some text I'd have to prepare off time, but for now we can just say defend your carrier. Oh no. Okay. Your carrier battle group has been assigned to cross Taiwan Strait and a freedom of navigation patrol. Exercise. No, operation. There we go. Let's see. This text editor is pretty laggy, so that's not like the stream or the recorder or anything. That's just how it is. Let's see. Tensions are running high, and the Chinese may attack. If they do attack, you are to abort the operation and protect the carrier at all costs. There, I think that's decently. I might even upload this to Steam if anyone has any interest in playing it. Just retitle it Carrier Defense or something. If people really like it or something. So let me know if that's something that would be of interest to people. Yeah. We're currently using 493. The next version will be 497 Alpha. Again, I think I will update to the newest database and then off screen just kind of, because I think it'll reset my all the custom changes I made to the ships. So, because I don't know if I did it for all of these, but I did try to to make at least some of them um, be the future surface combatant, which is released now. So that's gonna force me to change my cruiser, which I'm a little peeved about. Um, what did I? There. Did I even make changes to the cruiser? Pop this guy out. Probably did. Oh, this is kind of annoying that it doesn't just take up the full tab. What do we got? Fuck, that's a lot of... What the fuck ton of torpedoes? Why does it have that many? 40 seems like a lot. Like, I could see... Like, obviously they got 2 launchers, right? Of 3 tubes each, so that's 6. With 1 set of reloads, that's 12. I could see having another 12 for helicopters. 40 just seems excessive. Let's see. 64. I assume. Here. Oh, I only have 2 64 cell VLSs. Okay, so that's actually. This is actually pretty close, I think, to what they released for the future surface combatant. Yeah, okay. I guess I won't have to redo that too much. I think everything else is just straight up perks. Yeah. Might. I might. I don't think I'm going to put a laser weapon on them. I might put them on the Enterprise. I might make that change. But that would probably be the only change I'd have to make. Okay. Alright, so not too much in the way of changes there. Let's see. Weather. What do we want for weather? Well, let's see what the average temperature... Ooh, it gets really hot. Seasonal average water temperature in the month of June is between 80 degrees and 87 degrees Fahrenheit. So, okay, they're in Celsius. What does this do? Weather modeling level? Which, by the way, I believe this sets the weather globally because they don't really have a way to have local weather, at least as far as I know. Unless that's what these levels are for. Okay, so let's say it's 90 degrees out. 90 C. Celsius is like one metric system. I have problems using kilometers, kilograms, no problems. But converting Fahrenheit into Celsius, it's not hard. It just doesn't come as intuitively as everything. All right, so this is going to be around 32 degrees Celsius. There we go. 33. We'll say it's raining. We'll say the sky is full with thick clouds. And some of these weather changes should also adjust how things like radar works. Like with the heavy clouds, radar would propagate further because they'll bounce off the clouds and hit back to the sea and such. That's actually how Ukraine claims they were able to lock onto the Russian cruiser Moskva, is by basically it was because it was a cloudy, kind of stormy day. Their land-based radar was able to bounce off the clouds and see further, basically. So kind of interesting. So this could help and hinder us. Obviously, that works both ways. I would assume at least, if you're an aircraft above the clouds, then the clouds might attenuate or even bounce your radar signal. If if you're under the clouds and you can bounce it off of them, it presumably works both ways. I'll say it's pretty rainy out though. Sky is full with thick clouds. And we'll say sea state 4, which will somewhat limit, which might affect the those short-range Chinese missile bolts, but it shouldn't affect us too much. There we go. I don't think that carries over. Let's see here. Where is it? All right, that's what I want. I don't think this will carry over into TAC view, but we can certainly see. Yeah, it's just there we go. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't carry over, but we can see our pretty I love how the icons don't change size so that when you're zoomed out, they're all just crunched together. So that should about do us. One more change I will make though is we'll clone a. Oh, I thought with God's Eye View it would just work, but alright, we'll change that. Obviously, we need to reorient a lot of these guys to be in proper positions. I think that'll just be another episode, though, because that'll be a fair bit of work to decide where exactly. Like, even our carrier battle group might end up moving a little bit. If we kind of want, like, a slow ramp up, maybe have them start back here so they can get air ops going and have those working consistently. So that way, by the time they are in the target zone, then they're more prepared, and that would work for both of them too. I might try that. Find area, turn ref points. We'll do that when the update comes out. Scenario features and set. Okay. Detailed gunfire control. I don't see why not. We will not have unlimited magazines. I will be doing a run going through and basically determining what's in everyone's magazines. Aircraft damage, realistic submarine communications disruption. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Basically what that realistic so we'll have limited weapons, which will probably be more important for the American side, really. That's only really going to affect our aircraft, because obviously ships have limited... Ships and subs are limited to begin with, but the Enterprise will not be a bottomless pit of weapons for our battle group. For the fighters, so it's not like, well, as long as the fighters survive, we can stay in the fight. It's like, nah, they can die. Now, let's see. Is there anything else we can do? Oh, you can create a campaign from this. That's cool. I could go that way later. I don't think we're going to mess with minefields. Cargo dock boats, mass orientation. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what we'll use to spin everyone around to face the direction they should be. Isolated POV view. Huh. Oh, you know what? It probably works better with God's Eye View off. Yeah, so I think what it's doing is, in that case, is it's showing just what that particular unit sees, not what the whole satellite pass predictions. Okay, okay. Oh, I toggled those off. um. Now, where was that setting? There it is. All right, so I think. Oh, oh, oh no! Wait, calculate. Okay, okay. We'll do that later. We'll play with that later. So I think we're gonna save the scenario now, and just to try out what we did, what we're gonna do is we will plot a course for. Come on. All right. Isn't it just P? Oh, it's F3. Okay. And what we will do is we're going to set our speed to 30 knots. Actually, we're going to cruise because unfortunately our destroyers do have limited fuel. Set for 20. 15 just feels too low. All right, we'll be cavitating. That's fine. All right, they're at a dead stop, so they gotta pull up here. There we go. Oh, this is. Oh, I suppose. Oh, they're catching up. Okay. The cruiser's a little too close to Enterprise. I might push that out a little bit further. I think I might have borked the station there. But now what should happen is they should all turn to the right while maintaining formation. Oh, it's beautiful. This is exactly what I want. Actually, what we can do here is we can see them on the we can see them cruising. Yeah, our carrier is just gobbling up that destroyer. Which is something we'll want to avoid. So I might have the Enterprise fall back a little bit, and the Oiler fall back a little bit. Play with those stations a little bit, but because in this view, at least, there should be. Oh, cool! You can see the wireframe. In this view, at least, there should be separation between them, and there is not. So if we switch back to scenario view. All right, so they're coming up on their turn, and then we should see them all change in 3D view. But everyone sailing together like that just is a thing of beauty. As much as I like TAC view and the fact that we even get a 3D view to begin with, I would love to see this in like a fully detailed view. Like, look at that. A fully detailed view, you know, like DCS or even just command level graphics. Like, just, I wish there were textures you could slap on these guys, I guess is what I'm just trying to say, but. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I assume we're running it too fast. I did hear. All right, let's. Yeah, we're not gonna let it run that. Okay, so they classified some stuff, saw some stuff. All right, so at least I verified that I chose the right option there. So I think that's gonna conclude this shorter day, and we'll come back in January when this update should be out. I think it's early January. Let's see if it says it's in beta right now. Let's see, does it say when it's coming out? Warplanner update. Okay, well, they said on the 19th of December that it would be released in less than a month. So I take that to mean early January. So we'll be back then, and we'll be doing a lot of playing around. Well, I suppose before then I could position. Excuse me. I suppose before then I could position the Chinese ships, but until then, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.